our deluxe our deluxe album's pointless, and we say this off of the Lana project uh, not being so received well from us, and from what I've been seeing, it hasn't. People been tiptoeing around the fact that it's not so because it says and we're not trying to sound disrespectful or disregarding her career in any form, but it wasn't good, and people are tiptoeing around the fact that that's that good. I mean, that is not good. And I just basically asked you, are deluxe albums pointless to you?
To me, yes. I did want to look up like what's the purpose because I don't see a point. So the AI overview says artistic choice. Artists may want to add more elements they felt were missing from the original. Marketing and branding. They can use the deluxe album to rekindle interest in their original album during the album cycle, which for the most part doesn't apply because artists come out with the deluxe version months or the next year down the line. Fan appreciation. Artists can provide fans with more material as a token of appreciation. You could do that with a whole nother album. Revenue generation. Deluxe albums can generate new revenue and press. So can a new album. So can a mixtape. So can an EP. Remind listeners. Deluxe albums can remind listeners of the album's relevance. But no, not, I mean, I guess. But mm-mm. They typically come out a few months after the initial release. They can be repackaged with new content, a second disc. Yeah, I don't see the point of a deluxe album. You could just come out, especially the way the artists are doing it. They're coming out with 15 songs to make it a deluxe. That's another album.
Yeah.
And it's not like it feels like unreleased music that could have been on the project that just didn't make the album. No, this is like a different bag you're in now.
Yeah.
Just give us a new album. So I don't see the
Um,
point. What about you?
um, okay, I have a before I get to my point, I'm gonna not counter but ask you a few questions regarding your points. Um, what if the artist don't want to drop a new album?
What would be the reason not to? What's the
Um,
reason to put a pack of 15 songs to make a
grab,
deluxe 30 song
grab
album
that album.
versus just dropping a new project?
Be the only reason I could think of, and I well forget how I'm gonna sound. The only reason what I could think of is if, hypothetically speaking, is if SZA dropped it that Lana project alone. Let's just say she dropped that away from SOS. Do you know how badly critiqued she'll be rolling into rolling into the Kendrick and SZA tour that's coming up?
Why?
Because it's bad. It's bad. It probably has one or two
So what was the point of coming out with the new music? If we're gonna use SZA as an example, she could just tour off of
songs for the
however
SOS.
many songs she
Yeah.
had on Lana, and she seems very pressed to get out of her deal
Her
now. So that could have sufficed as another
as an
album.
album, yeah. Maybe she wasn't thinking like that. I don't know.
I mean, if you was gonna drop bad music, the way you do it, a deluxe versus a new album don't matter.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
getting your
matter.
shit off.
You could have did it the Frank Ocean way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
Pump fake the ballad album, and then drop the real album on the website.
Yeah, right. But for that, where's the rest of the music? It's been what, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Well,
There's
since she
no pump
dropped,
fake.
yeah. There's no pump fake. So my point of view on the deluxe albums, I 100% agree with you. The only artist that I think that should do or that shouldn't do it is Chris Brown. That's the only one that executes the deluxes well enough for me to listen to. And for it,
And even him,
you got residuals off of a fucking deluxe.
that could have been a totally different album.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah,
But I understand. At least the music is good.
Yeah, and he
So do what
used
you
to
want to do. It's
and
good.
he used to dropping 35 track
Yeah.
albums too. So
Yeah.
um but aside from that, aside from Chris Brown, I think that they are pointless. Like you said, I think that it doesn't make me if your album is as complete and as good as the only way that I could think of a deluxe is being useful is if the album is not received too well. That's the only reason why I could somewhat understand it. That's the only
But then
way.
again, why are you gonna put new songs that you deem better
Yeah,
on top of trash?
yeah,
Like, so really, what's the point? I mean, unless it's on some shit like I wrote these in the same time frame I wrote the original album,
yeah,
but we had to make a concise to however many songs. So for the love, here's the
yeah.
deluxe version.
Yeah, other than that, I don't understand. Artists will have to come on here or have to come and tell us like the purpose of doing the deluxe, like as far as
Right.
beneficial wise,
Right.
artistic wise, and all of that, for us to really understand the purpose of it. Because from the consumer's point, it's really no point. It doesn't make us revisit the original project. You got a project as good as fucking SOS. You don't need no fucking deluxe, bro. That's like putting a deluxe on top of Blueprint, on top of Illmatic. You don't. You just leave those projects the fuck alone, bro. Like you don't touch it. That just fucks up the project, bro. Don't do it. It's not. It's not. It's not worth it for me.
Yeah.